Hey guys, Justin Bryant here from selfmadesuccess.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make money playing games. So this covers basically online games, smartphone games, video games, just about any kind of game you can actually find ways to make money from in a lot of different ways. So I'm going to show you 7 different ways that you can do this in this video. The first way you can make money playing games is you can actually use a service called InboxDollars. InboxDollars is a company that is free to use. They also have an app. If you want to get their app, you can get it for your Android or Apple device in the Google Play Store or in the iTunes App Store. And it's completely free to use, and they have all kinds of different ways that you can get paid without having to invest any money or have any special skills or anything like that. One of the ways they pay you is through playing games. So you can find these free games to play, you can play them, and then you can earn money and cashback rewards for doing so. So there's a few different things you can do. You can do cash games where you actually can get paid cash for playing things like Solitaire, Tetris, and stuff like that. Or you can do, say, casino games, and you can get cash back on your purchase of, say, chips or other add-ons that you might buy within the game. So there's a few different ways to look at it. If you want to just make cash and not spend any money on the game, and you don't really care about being real serious with the game, then you might want to just do the cash games. But if you want to play games and you tend to spend money on in-game purchases, you can get a lot of money back from that by playing some of their casino games and things like that. So InboxDollars, definitely a great option. I also recommend that you get the app. Number 2 is you can do a gaming YouTube channel. So there's a lot of examples of successful gaming YouTube channels with millions of subscribers. And there's a few ways you can make money from a YouTube channel that's focused on gaming. Now, you might have heard of PewDiePie. He has one of the biggest YouTube channels in the world. He's worth millions of dollars. And he started out as kind of a gaming channel where you would see a little square in the bottom right of his screen where he would be yelling and screaming and making a bunch of funny comments as he would play these horror video games. He got really big. Now he does a lot of other stuff besides gaming. But I'm going to show you a few other channels that you might not have heard of yet that actually do this right now besides PewDiePie. And one of them is the Rad Brad. And he has almost 7 million subscribers as of me making this video. He does Resident Evil, he plays Call of Duty, he plays all kinds of different games. He does tutorials, he does gameplay videos, and all kinds of stuff. Typically, he doesn't even really show his face in the video. So if you're someone who doesn't really care to show your face or just talk in a camera, but you want to have a video channel, then you can actually just record your screen as you play the game, like the Rad Brad does, and talk over it. So you might give tips, you might talk about what you think of the game and things like that throughout the video as they watch you play. So another one is Ali A. He has almost 9 million subscribers, and similarly to the Rad Brad, he actually does a lot of gaming and stuff like that. So he plays all these different games like Call of Duty and all those different, first-person shooter games and stuff like that. He also talks about other things, and instead of just playing video games, he does cover other things. He's on camera more than you would say, than you would see from the Rad Brad, where you don't really see him anywhere. You don't really know what he looks like, but you have people like Ali A, who's very much into being on camera and things like that. So Whichever way you want to do it, that's a couple of different perspectives. Of course, PewDiePie is another example, but a few ways that you can make money from these channels. One way is, as you can see on the Red Brad channel, it says support, which is basically where people can donate to you and make a contribution that helps them with the channel. So that's one way. People can just kind of donate if they really like you. Small percentage of people will do it if they just enjoy your videos, and then everything's free. Another way you can do it is if you have a YouTube channel, you can enable monetization. To do this, if you have a channel, you go to your video manager or your dashboard, you go to your settings, go down to channel, then go to monetization and enable it. Now you can get approved if you have a good channel. You can also disable it if you want to. But that just allows you to have the option of putting ads on your video, which is how most YouTubers make money, or at least how they start out. So you can have like a little commercial before your video starts or after your video starts or throughout the video, and you make money from people clicking on ads and seeing those ads because of advertisers. So that's another thing you can do. But YouTube, definitely one of the best ways to make money playing games. Number 3, you can play a game like SecondLife. So basically, this is like a Second Life. It's appropriately named, and it allows you to basically play in a virtual world where everything's 3D and you have a lot of users, and you can just kind of play on your computer online and do basically whatever you want. So you can do real estate, you can sell cars, you can do designs, you can do all kinds of stuff. You build your own avatar or basically person, and you can play online, and you have all kinds of different stuff that you can do. It's like a virtual version of our world. So you can play that for free, and some people actually make money doing this. People have actually made $1 million playing this game. I'm not saying that's an easy thing to do, but if you're somebody who enjoys kind of games like that, where it's kind of a virtual world and you have a lot of different stuff that you can do, you can be someone who makes a lot of money. So there's a language teacher who actually made $1 million basically being a Second Life realtor. So she's a teacher in real life, and then she sells virtual property in this game, and she probably makes a lot more there than she'll ever make as a teacher. So you can kind of read about that. As a side note, I'm going to have links to all of these pages and resources and places to get started, and as well as video notes and related content to this video. So you don't need to worry about copying all these links down and worrying about where to go to find this stuff. It'll be in the description. But back to Second Life, you can make a lot of money. This is just one example of somebody who's done it. And they have a great kind of wiki area where you can look up how currency is converted to actual dollars and real life currency from the game. You can basically, the more money you make in the game, when you convert it to real life currency, the more you can make. So all you basically do, you start a business or you do something that you enjoy. You gotta watch out for scams and things like that in these types of games, but if you just kind of stick with it and you just enjoy the game, you can find ways to make money like she did, where she just basically became a realtor that is in a virtual world. So that's another thing you can do. Basically, you just play the game and you convert fake money to real money. Number 4 is Swagbucks. So Swagbucks is kind of a interesting service because they allow you to make money from, a lot of different ways. So I mentioned them in a few other videos in the past because they have a great app that you can get for Android or iOS, which is Apple, and you can make money a lot of different ways. So you can do things like take surveys, You can watch videos, shop online, you can search the web, and you can play games. So right now in this video, I'm mostly going to cover how you can make money playing games, but they actually have kind of their own version of like a YouTube type of platform where you can watch videos and make money. You can take online surveys. I know a lot of people do those. You can shop online. They have kind of a search engine type thing that you can do, and it has ads in it and things like that so that you can make money basically using the internet. So there's all kinds of things you can do if you want to branch out with the same service. And they paid out hundreds of millions of dollars, so it's a very legitimate company. Swagbucks, these are some of the games that you can make money from. So you can make money and then you can make money back, like cash back rewards, kind of like how InboxDollars was, from different games. So if there's some games that you tend to have to pay for in-game purchases, you can get cash back for those purchases playing through Swagbucks. Or you can play some, say, Swagbucks created games and just play them for free and earn money and points that you convert to money and gift cards from just playing those games. Kind of like how cash games work with InboxDollars. So it's kind of similar. You can get the app if you want to do that. That way you can use Swagbucks when you're not at home or not with your computer and make a little extra money, and you're actually playing games. So it's doing stuff that you enjoy. And, you know, many of us play games on our phones anyway when we're bored or standing in line. And this is just a way to actually get something from that instead of just kind of doing it and not doing it in a productive way. So, Swagbucks, another one to definitely consider. Number 5, Exodus 3000. So Exodus 3000 is another like really big online game that you can play. If you go to exodus3000.com, you can kind of see how to join. You get free what they call Mars dollars when you sign up, and you can do alliances. You can do all kinds of stuff and play with other people. This is kind of just a bunch of updates. This is their home page, but you can sign up, create an account, and start playing. And you can actually convert to real money. So there's a few ways that you can kind of look at that. It's to put it in a better description. I know the home page is kind of cluttered with a lot of stuff. There's a great description here that I found that kind of explains it very easily for you. And you can kind of read through this, but it's similar to another very famous game called RuneScape, where it's basically you have this kind of open world and you go play and do a bunch of stuff on this open world. So it says here in the description that it's set 1,000 years from now, and basically you're trying to survive and work on Mars or something. And there's a few ways that you can get Mars dollars, which is what you would convert to real dollars, and tells you how to do that through mining volcanoes, searching ruins, attacking other gamers. And their exchange rate is 300,000 Mars dollars to 20 real dollars. So if you can make just millions of dollars within this game, you can make quite a bit of extra money in real dollars. So it's just something to do. It might be a little more fun than some of the other games that I've mentioned. I don't know, just kind of depends on what you're into, but this is more like a space game and kind of futuristic. So if you're into like online games like that, you might consider it because you can actually turn that money in the game into real money. So might be something to look at. And it's definitely one of the more famous games that you can make money from, as far as playing online and then converting to real currency, much like Second Life. Number 6, another thing you can do is play fantasy sports. So I'm a believer that daily fantasy sports especially is going to keep growing more and more. Of course, some states in the United States, if you live in the U.S., are on the fence as far as whether they should keep it legal or not, and whether it's a game of skill or a game of chance. But there's actually a lot of skill that goes into this type of stuff. You're not going to make much money playing season-long fantasy football or fantasy basketball or things like that. But if you do a daily fantasy sports site like FanDuel or DraftKings, those are the two main ones. They might even do a merger, I don't know. So they might be a single company by the time you watch this video, depending on when that is. But right now, they're still separate companies. They're the two biggest ones, and they offer the most contests. Now, with FanDuel, they do, say, football, baseball, basketball, hockey, soccer. They're pretty they have 5 or 6 different sports that you can do. Now, DraftKings has all of that, plus they also do other sports as well. And they can do golf, they do MMA, fighting, and stuff as well, whereas FanDuel doesn't. But what you basically want to do is find a sport that you want to focus on. You can also add to it later on. But as you can see, there's different kinds of entry prices, and there are usually a free contest either once a week or every few weeks where you don't have to pay an entry fee. But there are a lot where you can just pay $1, for instance, and do it that way. So it can be very cheap to enter. It tells you how much competition you're going to have, how many entries are going to be in there. It tells you whether or not you can have multiple entries or just one. And it tells you what kind of prizes you can get and a breakdown of that. So top prize might be 100,000, and then maybe the top 50 after that gets, say, $100 each, and then maybe the top 1,000 after that gets $5 each, so they'll double it or something. It's something like that. So if you can get in the top few thousand, you will usually make money, or at least double your entry fee. So you can actually make quite a bit of money doing this. The trick is you have to have better numbers and better data to make these lineups than your competition. Now, you have tools online like rotowire.com who cover all these different sports, and they do fantasy projections and things like that. Like right now I'm making this video in February, and NBA basketball is going on right now, but football has basically ended. And of course, the Super Bowl, you can't really do much with that as far as fantasy sports, but basketball is going on about mid-season, so they have all kinds of tools that you can use, all kinds of news that you can look at, and that can help you make a better decision. They also have statistics you can use. They have draft kits if you want to do season long. They have projections that you can look at. So you'll see here, you can look at different projections, whether it's all positions or whatever it may be. So you can do daily fantasy sports. I have a video, if you want to do fantasy sports and you want to make money doing it, I have a step-by-step video that I recently did called How to Make Money Playing Fantasy Sports. It's on YouTube, and what you can do is you can watch that, and I'll walk you through the process that professional fantasy sports players go through to win and make a lot of money. Some of them make 6 figures or more per year, and they win consistently, so it tells you that it's at least somewhat of a game of skill. The thing is, it's all about the numbers. So I show you how to get the numbers, how to find the right statistics, and how to build lineups and make money playing fantasy sports. So I know a lot of people love that kind of stuff, love playing fantasy sports games, and so you can check that video out on YouTube. There it is. You can just type in how to make money playing fantasy sports and watch that, and that'll kind of teach you what to do. And last but not least, you can become a video game teacher or coach. So a few ways that you can do this. People are getting very serious into gaming now, hence all the apps that pay for gaming all the online games like Second Life and Exodus 3000 that allow you to convert virtual to real currency. These video games are getting very serious. We also have leagues and esports where you can play video games as sports, earn millions of dollars, and basically play in all kinds of tournaments and seasons. So people are actually looking to get better by learning from professionals or people that are already good at certain games. So you can actually have courses on Udemy or Skillshare where you teach people how to be good at specific games. And with all these new games constantly coming out, you can teach people how to make money or how to make money gaming. Say you can teach people how to do real estate in Second Life, or you can teach people how to get more Mars dollars in Exodus 3000, or you can teach people how to play Call of Duty or some other Xbox or PlayStation game that you may love, and how to be good at it, how to be, top percentage in the world, and what you do, maybe if you've accomplished that, how you did it. So you can teach people all kinds of lessons for all kinds of different games using Udemy or Skillshare courses. This way you don't have to actually have your own website. Another thing you can do is just like personal coaching. So you would be playing the game along with your student. You might friend each other and play with them, an hour every few days or something. And you can teach them what they're doing wrong, and they can watch you play and things like that. So there's actually a great article on fortune.com that talks about how, gaming coaches are starting to make like $50,000 a year and things like that. So they have a video, a short article that talks about it. Professional games, online games, things like that are getting really popular, and it's actually a profession now, being a video game coach. So if you want to look more into the actual profession of like a job where you can be a video game coach, read that and watch that video on that page. That link will be in the selfmadesuccess.com video notes page for this video. And also, if you want to find clients or give advice or promote your services as a video game coach, then Reddit is going to be one of your best bets. So people are always exchanging items in video games, and they're exchanging ideas, and they're having conversations with thousands of people about all kinds of different games. And see, the way Reddit works is it has communities that are based on subreddits. So what you would go here, you go to search in the top right corner once you're signed into reddit.com, and then just type in the subreddit, which is like /r or r/ or whatever it is symbol, and then the name of the video game that you want to help people with. And then you'll find a community for pretty much any somewhat popular game that you might find. So if it's a somewhat popular game that has millions of users, then there's definitely going to be a big subreddit there where you might be able to either sell items to people or coach them or get them to look at your courses and things like that, or just you can just build up your profile and help people for free, and then they might message you about getting some lessons and stuff. But Reddit's great for that. So if you got something from this video, if you feel like you learned something that can help you make money from playing games of all sorts, then please like and subscribe so I can create more videos like this for you. Also, if there are some ways of making money playing games that I left out that you thought I should have included, let me know in the comments, or let me know what you thought about the video in general. I'm always looking for feedback to make these videos better and more valuable to you, so let me know what you think. Also, I may be doing a follow-up video. There are some other ways to make money gaming that I did not get in this video because of time restraints. I didn't want to make this video too long for you. It's already at 25 minutes or so. So I might be doing a follow-up video very soon, so look for that. And it'll say something like, 7 more ways or 7 additional ways to make money playing games. So look for that if you enjoyed this video. I'll show you some more ways to do this. And last but not least, if you want to find any of the links, resources, video notes, or related content to this video, you can go to selfmadesuccess.com, look up the title of this video, and all of that will be on one page. I'll also have a link to that page in the first couple sentences of the video description. So, other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great